Hello fellow mind travelers, and welcome to today's video where I will be talking about astral projection. I'll be telling you what it's commonly defined as, a little bit of history about it, some pop culture references, and then my thoughts about it, of course. So an astral projection is when you actually try and achieve an out-of-body experience where your astral body or your spirit, your soul, depending on what you believe in, is able to leave your physical body and travel throughout the universe. Pretty cool stuff. Going back, in Western religion, the Theosophists thought that the astral body was an intermediate body of light, linking the rational soul to the physical body, while the astral plane is an intermediate world of light between heaven and earth, composed of the spheres of the planets and the stars. These astral spheres are believed to be populated by angels, demons, and spirits. In ancient Egypt, there is teachings that the soul, or the Ba, was actually able to travel and hover over the physical body. In both Buddhism and Hinduism, it's believed that astral projection can be achieved through meditation. In Buddhism, being able to astral project is actually a sign that you're in the fourth jhana, which is a meditation that consists of being still and highly concentrated. So if you concentrate hard enough, you can have an out-of-body experience. The most interesting to me is a kairo, which in Japanese mythology is the belief that if you hold a strong grudge or hatred towards somebody, you can have an out-of-body experience and present yourself in front of that person to curse, scare them, and cause harm to them. They also believe that the soul is able to leave the body when the physical body is experiencing health issues and things of that nature. Now let's talk about a couple of movies and TV shows that you might be familiar with that have used astral projection in the plots. So in the first series of the show Charmed, Shannon Doherty played a character named Prue who is actually able to astral project as part of her supernatural powers. In the movie Insidious, the character Dalton, who is the little kid, astral projects himself into a demonic world called the Further, and his father, who passed on this trait to be able to astral project, was the only person that was able to save him. In the movie Doctor Strange, the main character and teacher seem to be able to astral project. And in the Netflix series The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, you can also see several of the characters astral project throughout the episodes. So what are my thoughts on astral projection? So I first heard about astral projection probably 10-15 years ago from a buddy of mine who I was hanging out at his house, and he was really into studying ancient religions and mythologies and things of that nature. And he was telling me that he was able to, before he fell asleep, he was able to re-wake up, but not his whole body, just his soul or his spirit, and actually walk around his house basically like it was in real time. Like he can go into his brother's room, he can look at his brother, he can walk into his kitchen, see what's in the fridge, and all of this was done while his body was in his bedroom, but his actual soul was lurking around, walking around. So I thought that was super cool, and he told me the technique that he used was he lays on his back, and he just meditates. So he just thinks really hard about his breathing. You have certain images that you try to get into your mind to clear it and to really concentrate on those. And right before you fall asleep, you may have had this before, there's a moment where if you're laying on your back, you get jolted awake. And out of nowhere, it's almost scary, you know? But within that moment, that's when you're able to harness and astral project, is what he told me. So of course, I tried this for months and months and months, and I was never able to fully achieve it. But you know, throughout the course of the last 10-15 years, I've gone back and I've tried to do it again and again. And when I knew I was gonna do this video, I really dove into it. And for the last couple of weeks, and I'll put some links to these in the description because they're real cool, there's actually guided meditation videos where they help you reach a level of astral projection. So you listen to it, there's music, there's kind of that creepy voice that just concentrate on your breath, stuff like that, and you listen to it, and there's stages to having an out-of-body experience from what I've been told. And what I've been told is, so you fall into a state of meditation where you're just completely relaxed, completely concentrated on nothingness, you're at your center point of zero and all of this goodness, and then all of a sudden your body starts vibrating. And this is right before you have the full out-of-body experience. So the other night, I was actually doing this, and I was laying down the closest I've ever been. I was listening to the guided meditation, and it tells you in the beginning of these things, make sure that you have an hour free, you're not gonna have any interruptions, you don't have anything else to think about. This is all you're able to do. And of course, I'm about 15 minutes in, and I start shaking. I get nervous. I think, holy shit, this is it. I'm gonna have an out-of-body experience. And of course, one of my dogs, it gets up, it has to use a bathroom. So unfortunately, I have not myself had an actual out-of-body experience or an astral projection, right? But what I can say is I would definitely say things like a lucid dream, which, if you don't know, is a dream that you're aware that you're in, so you can actually control it. And there's a lot of tricks to being able to lucid dream. You could definitely look into it. I would recommend it. One of the things is, you pinch yourself when you're a dream, or you look at your watch, and certain things will trigger you to realize, oh, I'm in a dream. And then you could basically just be in control of everything that goes on in that dream, which is real cool. So that's kind of like astral projection. I'd also say certain hallucinogens would give you the same kind of mind state. I know taking like acid, DMT, mushrooms, certain things like that will definitely trip you out and make you feel like you're having an out-of-body experience. So obviously, I believe in astral projections. I do think that they're a real thing. I've never actually made myself have one or had the ability to, but I'm working on it. I recommend you do the same thing. I've even seen videos that are guiding videos to allow you to meet your spirit coach or your spirit guider and things like that. So a lot of cool videos. That's astral projection. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Do some research of your own. There's a bunch of cool stuff out there. And until the next time, safe travels.